Hi friends, welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to look at grammar translation method. This is one of the methods that is being used throughout the world. Let's look at what is it. By definition, grammar translation method is a method of foreign or second language teaching, which makes use of translation and grammar study as the main teaching and learning activities. This is taken from Richard J.C. and Sumit R. Longman Dictionary of Language Teaching. Right. So this is a method. So this method is used to teach and translate English and other languages. History. Let's look at the history. So actually, it started long back to Erasmus, a great philosopher. He lived in 15th and 16th century and originally used to teach Latin and Greek in the late 19th and early 20th century. So this method was used for teaching Latin and Greek. Earlier in 20th century, this method was used for the purpose of helping students read and appreciate foreign language literature. If you look at the background, it's a traditional method of second language teaching in schools. Most common language teaching method and stress the literacy development, and it's a teacher centered. So guys, remember this, it's a teacher centered one, and this is a traditional method and most common language teaching method, and it always focuses on literacy development, only literacy development. So it's automatically teacher centered method. Next, introduction. Original purposes: helping students read and appreciate foreign language literature. This is the actually purpose. Helping look at here, helping students to read and appreciate foreign language literature. This is the original purpose. Students can become more familiar with the grammar of their native language, also write and speak their native language better, and it helpful for mental exercise. So students already know their language, so use this method, use their native language and start teaching English and foreign languages. Next one, key features. Classes are taught in the mother tongue with little active use of the target language. So how classes are taught? With the help of mother tongue. Much vocabulary is taught in the form of lists of isolated words. Okay, they take a list of words and teach them, give them meaning. Long elaborate explanations of the intricacies of grammar are given. Long elaborated explanations. Intricacies means details of grammar are given. Long elaborative explanations for regarding these sentences, words. Grammar provides the rules for putting words together, and instruction often focuses on the form and inflection of words. So here grammar is provided. Grammar provides the rules for putting words together. Next one, reading of difficult classical text is begun early. So they start reading, so they give importance to reading classical text. Little attention is paid to the context of text, which are treated as exercises in grammatical analysis. Often, the only drills are exercises in translating disconnected sentences from the target language into the mother tongue. Principles and techniques of the grammar translation method. Translation of a literary passage. Students will be asked to read a literary passage and then target language into their native language. That's how they do it. Translation of a literary passage. Next, translation may be written or spoken. Sometimes it's written, sometimes it's spoken. Translation may be the students can show that they understand their meaning. Still, people are using this. They translate everything into their mother tongue. Actually, that's the procedure of grammar translation method. Advantages: if you look at the advantages, easiest thing for teachers, and it's very easy for teachers and does not require teachers to speak good English, and he doesn't need to model anything. Only use the textbook. They don't take anything, any material from outside, and the least stressful for students and teachers also. Students learn the new language without contact with the native speakers. They don't hear native speakers, but they can learn the language somehow. And disadvantage: students lack comprehension, only translating word for word, so they don't understand it. Only they try to translate word for word. Doesn't allow students to create meaning in English. Students do not learn to read. Extensive memorization is focused. So memorization, they just remember and expresses. Very little student, so very little student or teacher and student teacher interaction. No interaction at all. Principles and techniques. The ability of communicating in the target language is not a goal. So that's not the communicating in English or any target language is not a goal of translation method. The students ask questions in their native language and are also answered by the teacher also in their native language. The teacher asks students in their native language. Only native language is always used. So deductive application of rules. It is important for students to learn about form, grammar rules, and of the target language. Grammar rules are presented with examples. Students are asked to apply the rules to examples as they are given. Reading comprehension questions. Students answer these questions in the target language. Answers to the questions may be in the reading test or based on the understanding of the student or student's own experience related to the text. Teacher as the authority. Teacher decides whether the student's answers are correct. It is important for student to get the correct answers. If student answer incorrectly, the teacher will provide the correct answer. Memorization. Students all are asked to memorize new words, grammatical rules, and verb conjugations, etc. Fill in the blanks. Teacher gives students some sentences with word missing. Students will fill in the blanks with the new vocabulary or with a particular grammar type. Use words in sentences. Students are asked to make up students with the new words they learn in the text. This technique can show whether students really understand the new words. Composition. Students are asked to write a composition in the target language. The topic is based on some aspect of reading passage. Conclusion. Teaching involves any instructional technique that draws learners' attention to some specific grammatical form in such a way that it helps them either to understand it metalinguistically and process it in a comprehension or production so that they can internalize it. Thank you.